Black Ops 4 Zombies is the gift that keeps on giving, as today I'm going to be showing you 2 newly solved impossible Easter eggs. And if you've been keeping up recently, you'll know that a ton of previously unsolved Easter eggs have been solved, which have all been impossible. And the 2 that I have for you in this video are no exception. These are both on the map Voyage of Despair, and one of them is going to go down as one of my new favorite Easter eggs of all time, as you are literally in a flying car. Your eyes really don't deceive you. That is really happening, and we'll show you how to do it in this video. Now, we're calling this again impossible Easter eggs, and you'll see why when we get into it. And this wouldn't have been possible without Sirius, who is a legend in the zombies community, who has reverse engineered code for Black Ops 4 Zombies to find these Easter eggs which the world never would have seen. In order to do these 2 Easter eggs, there are a few prerequisites. The first one is that you have to open up the map and get the Sentinel artifact. And from there, you need to do the first 2 steps of the main Easter egg quest. The first being to activate Pack-a-Punch, which is by linking all 4 of the pedestals, and then moving on to the first main step of the Easter egg, which is the clock step. Now, around the map, there are going to be 6 locations that are going to have clocks, but only 4 of them are going to have a symbol in the same room. Those symbols being for fire, water, air, and earth. What you need to do is you need to go around the map to these 6 locations and look for these symbols. And when you find them, you then want to note down the time that the clock in the room is showing. Although rather than the traditional way of writing down time, write down the number that the hour hand is pointed to first, and then you write down the number that the minute hand is pointing to. So for in this example in the bridge, the time here is 10:50, but instead we're going to write 10 and then 11 because the hour hand is on 10 and the minute hand is on 11. And then find the symbol for fire on the grand staircase, and I note down that time. Find the symbol for water in first class lounge, I write down that time. And then finally, third class berths, I find air and I write down that time. Once you've got all those times noted, come back to the bridge and you'll see that there are 4 wheels, with each wheel containing the element symbols that we found with the time. Now, on these 4 wheels, we're going to be matching the time for the symbol, but we're matching the minute hand. So here you have the symbol for air, which I found in third class berths, and the time was 2:09. So I'm going to change this and move it 3 to the left so it matches where 9 would face on a clock. Moving on to water, my minute hand is on 10. Then going to earth, my minute hand is on 11. And for fire, my minute hand was also on 11. Now the minute hands are matched, we now need to match the hours. So on the poop deck, this left dial here matches for air, so we're going to put that to 2. And the other dial links to the hour hand for earth, so we're going to change that to 10. Then you want to come to the engine room and you'll find these sets of dials, and these are going to be the dials for fire and water. You're just going to match the hour hands you had for fire, which is on the left, and water on the right. Once you've done that, that Easter egg set will be done, and now everything is out of the way for you to go ahead and do this Easter egg. So you now need to go on to round 9, and specifically the round has to be round 9 in game for you to do the first of these 2 Easter eggs. And as ridiculous as this sounds, this is genuinely what you do to get this Easter egg to work. So you have to come all the way here in the poop deck to this corner. You want to hold your use button, so that'll be square, X, or F, depending on your platform. You want to hold that button down for 1 second, and then after that, continue holding it, but then crouch. And then walk in this path with your use button held down the entire time in the exact path that I do. You have to get this absolutely spot on to the path that I'm doing. If you are out by a hair, you will mess up here. So when you get to this moment, you want to do a little bit of a curve round towards the aft decks. And once you get here, looking at this specific part of the wall, you then want to melee twice. You then want to stand up, change your weapon, and you will get the Kraken and the homunculus for free. And I know this sounds like one of those fake YouTube videos where you get a free ray gun out the mystery box for doing some weird button combination, but that is genuinely how you do it. I'm going to play this again so you can see exactly how this works, but you have to go in that corner. You have to hold your use button for 1 second, then keep that button held down and crouch. And then whilst crouched, just walk in the exact path that I did all the way up towards the aft deck and towards that wall, where you then have to melee twice, swap weapon, and you will be given the Kraken and the homunculus. It is absolutely insane, and there is no way on God's green earth that anyone would have ever figured out how to do that. Like, that is just the most bizarre combination of requirements that I don't think this would have ever been solved genuinely. For any future Voyage of Despair Easter egg runs where you're at that step and you've completed it by round 9 and you're on round 9, you can do this Easter egg and you'll guarantee a free Kraken and homunculus. But I know you're all here to see that flying car, so let me show you how to do it. So for the flying car Easter egg, you need to repeat everything that I just told you to do up until you've completed the clock step of the main Easter egg. From that point, we're going to be doing one part of the shield upgrade. So firstly, you're going to need to build yourself the shield, and then you're going to need to go into the mail rooms, look at this safe and shield bash it, and it will drop a lockpick, which you can then pick up. Around the map, there's going to be 4 safes that we're going to be using this lockpick on. The first location is going to be on the bridge. So it's this safe here in this bedroom. You just interact with it. It will put the lockpick on, and as you see, it will open the safe, but there will be a code on the lockpick. Once you've seen the lockpick code, note it down and then go back into the mail rooms, as there's going to be 4 locations where there's going to be a bone and then a corresponding number. So we've got one part here, and under the desk there's going to be a code written on a bit of paper. If that doesn't match, that's fine, we'll keep going. There's another location where they have an arm here. There's another note under there which doesn't match our code, so we're going to keep looking. Third location is going to be in the cargo hold, where right by here you can see there is another note with a code and another part there. And then if you head upstairs on the mail rooms, there's going to be a skull on a table, and there's going to be some bottles that you can shoot to reveal a piece of paper as well. Now in this run, the code matched the note that was underneath the hand, so I pick up the hand, I put it in the safe, and as you can see, the safe accepts it. And once that's happened, you then want to bring your shield out and bash the lockpick again, and it should drop on the ground and you'll be able to pick it up. We'll then be taking it over to the next safe, which is going to be in the first class lounge. So again, just interact with it or put the safe cracker on. This time it's going to reveal another new 4-digit code. So you're going to head back to the mail rooms, and you're going to check the 4 locations that I just showed you to see if you find the matching code. And in this case, I don't find it there, and I also don't find it in the cargo hold, which means it has to be the skull. That's the only code that we can't properly look at. Pick it up, put it in the safe, and then bash the safe cracker out, and then we can move on to the next one. This safe can be found right outside the private bedroom of the millionaire suite. So again, get your code, go back to the mail room, find the matching code and the body part, put it in the safe, and the last location is going to be in the 3rd class berths on the right corridor. That final bone part, put it in the safe. And once that's done and all correct, you should see in the cargo hold here that there is this big car with a skeleton driver inside of it, and if you interact with it, it's going to sink into the ground and it's going to spawn flying around in the air. Now this is a known Easter egg, but never have we known that you could actually get inside the car. So once you get to at least round 9, you're going to repeat the exact same thing you did for the 3 Kraken and Homunculus. We're going to go to the corner of the poop deck here. You're going to hold your interact button for 1 second and then crouch while still holding down the interact button, and then take this bizarre path which you have to follow exactly as you see it in order for this to work. Free to watch back the video a few times just to make sure you have this path exact if you're going to be trying it yourself, especially when it comes to this turning bit here at the aft decks. Once you get here, you then want to let go of your interact, melee twice, stand up, switch weapons, and you will now be teleported into the car. And just like that, you'll be flying around the Voyage of Despair map with a skeleton driving you around. This is absolutely crazy. You can't shoot whilst in this. You can't melee. You can't do anything. If you do that, you'll be kicked out of the car, but you can throw grenades in it. And what's amazing is that you can repeat this as many times as you want within the game. After a few rounds, the flying car will disappear, but you can just go back to the cargo hold, interact with it, and he will come back and fly around. And you can repeat this exact same bizarre combination of buttons and that path and crouching and meleeing and standing up and swapping weapons, and you'll be able to do this every time. This is absolutely one of those Easter eggs which the public should have never ever found. This has to have been something that the devs put in just for like QA testers or even other developers to test to make sure stuff works. And this would never have ever seen the light of day. Like, come on, let's be real. This is so specific. No one would ever have known that exact pathway, crouching, holding down the interact button, just the thing at the end. It's so bizarrely specific, but it just goes to show you the breadth and detail of the Easter eggs that are hidden within Call of Duty Zombies all these years later. It is absolutely insane to see stuff like this actually come to fruition as a full Easter egg. Let me know what you guys think of this down below in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a thumbs up, and please go ahead and check out Sirius as well. I'll leave all his links down below. There could be more Easter eggs solved in the coming days and weeks, so if you like the sound of that, be sure to subscribe. I'll keep you posted.